everybody, welcome back to another episode on Kristie vs. Kitchen. Now on today's episode, I thought it would be really fun to bring something to your home that was always in my home growing up, and that is Jell-O salads. When I first told Eric about how much Jell-O I ate growing up, he thought I was absolutely crazy, but I thought it was totally normal growing up to have a Jell-O salad of some variation, whether it was at a family dinner or at a church function. There was Jell-O everywhere. And so for Christmas, Eric thought it would be really funny to get me a Mormon cookbook because I was born and raised LDS. But joke's on him because Mormon recipes are absolutely delicious. Now, when I was going through this, some of my favorite recipes growing up are actually in here, and some of the recipes that even my mom made that I just haven't had in a really long time. So because Eric has never experienced Jell-O salad, I thought it would be really fun to have him try it and let him know what it was like to grow up being me. So the first recipe we are going to be making is a raspberry. I know he doesn't like raspberries, so I am going to put some strawberries in there. It is a raspberry pretzel dessert. I'm going to be making my mom's famous orange Jell-O salad, and then I'm going to be making the very, very typical Utah's famous green Jell-O salad. Now, if you have never heard of Jell-O salads, you're gonna know all about them today. To begin, we are going to get started with the pretzel salad because this one is going to take us the longest. But I'm gonna tell you guys, Jell-O salads are really, really good, and they are really, really popular in, at least in my family, in a lot of Mormon culture, because A, Jell-O is really cheap and they feed a lot of people. So I'm really excited to try these recipes today. Even though I grew up eating them, I've actually never made them. So I'm really excited to get started, and here we go. Now, to make the strawberry or raspberry Jell-O salad, you can actually use any sort of Jell-O that you want to. And the cool part about Jell-O salads is that they're all very versatile, meaning that a lot of these recipes you can just literally switch out the Jell-O flavor and you'll have a brand new salad. So we're gonna be using 2 3-ounce boxes of raspberry gelatin or Jell-O. We need 1 package of cream cheese. We need 1 stick of butter. We need some pretzels, and we need some strawberries. So to begin, we just need to melt 1 stick of butter. So while that's melting, the next thing we're going to do, if you want to use exact measurements, you can. So you can crush up 2 cups of pretzels, but I'm just gonna break these up because you just want to have it cover on the bottom because the pretzels are going to be the crust. Okay, makes sense with me so far? Okay, now you're gonna take your melted butter and you are just going to drizzle it on top. Now we're going to bake this for 10 minutes at 400 degrees. All right, the next thing we are going to do while this is baking, we are going to combine 1 package of cream cheese, 1 tub of Cool Whip, and then 1 cup of sugar. 1 cup of sugar. Now we're just going to combine until mixed. I'm just gonna set this aside and hang out for just a little bit. There's a little bit of clumps in it, and it's because the cream cheese wasn't at room temp. So I'm gonna let this sit here for a minute, and then I'm gonna restart. All right, the next thing we're going to do is make the Jell-O. So we need 1 cup of water and then 2 packs of 3 ounces or 1 pack of 6 ounce. I could only find the small ones though when I was at the store. Now that this is nice and dissolved, what you need to do is go ahead and put it in the fridge until it gets not totally solidified, but just like a little bit more solidified. I don't know, but not like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like melted Jell-O. What's the word they used? Until syrupy is what they say. So if you're in a little bit of a rush, how you can accelerate this process is by adding the frozen fruit into it, and it will cool down faster. So be careful because this is like super, super hot. You don't want it to backsplash just like that. So I'm just gonna add some strawberries. You're gonna be adding fruit to this anyway, and so this process just makes it go a little bit faster. It smells so good. This totally smells like Sunday evenings at my house growing up. Okay, our crust is ready. Oh, that smells good. Okay, so we're gonna wait for that to cool down. Then we're gonna layer it with this, and then we're gonna top it with this. So while this is all, you know, waiting to be assembled, we're gonna get started on the next recipe. I changed my mind. We are going to assemble because the Jell-O is now ready. So we're just gonna get the strawberry pretzel salad assembled, and then we'll move on to the next recipe. I'm telling you, adding the frozen fruit helps it set up way faster. All right, the next one we are going to make is the infamous Utah's green Jell-O salad. And if you don't know what that is, you just need to like do a Google search, do a YouTube search. Anyway, it's super, super famous. So what we're gonna do, same protocol, we're just gonna make some Jell-O and we'll just start there. All right, while the water is boiling for this lime Jell-O salad, the first thing you need to do is add the Jell-O mix into a bowl, because this Jell-O is all gonna be made all right in here. We're not gonna be transferring it anywhere, so you can just like make it in the dish that you're gonna serve it in. So along with the lime Jell-O, you're gonna also add a half cup of sugar. Then we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. I've never made it this way, so I think it's just gonna make it more zesty. Next, we are going to add 1 large can of crushed pineapple with the juice. So don't drain it. You're just gonna dump it right in. So let's stir it in there. Actually smells really good. And then we're gonna fold in a tub of whipped cream, and then it'll be done. It's that easy, that simple, and again, it feeds a lot of people. Now for this next one, this is my absolutely favorite one. This is one that my mom made all the time, and I actually had her send me her original recipe card for it. She says, sorry, it looks like it's been through war, and I'm telling you, it has been made many, many times over the past, 30 years of my life. The majority of this one is just made straight on the stove, so we're gonna head over there. All right, now that this is done, I'm going to go ahead and stick it in the freezer because I want it to firm up as quickly as possible. You want it to be a pretty solid Jell-O before we add in the whipped cream and the marshmallows and the mandarin oranges and all that good stuff. So into the freezer it goes, and now it's time to finish the green Jell-O salad. All right, to finish the green Jell-O salad, we are going to mix in 1 cup of Cool Whip. Now that that's mixed in, back into the fridge it goes until it's even more solidified, and then we will add some marshmallows to it. All right, it has been just a couple hours. I actually decided to let this sit in the fridge for a little bit longer than I planned, but it's definitely solidified exactly how it needs to be. So I'm just gonna add some marshmallows, and this one will be complete. Now there's no specific amount of marshmallows that you need to add in. I'm just gonna add a couple in there, and all right, that one is done. Super easy. Now it is time to finish the Jell-O salad. What we're gonna do, we are gonna break this up and then just mix it. And so adding the pudding to it gives it a completely different texture. So it's not like Jell-O, it's like a smooth Jell-O. I don't know how to explain it, but it's definitely not the texture of Jell-O, and it's not the texture of pudding either. It's like a weird hybrid. Now we're gonna mix in 1 tub of Cool Whip. This one is by far my favorite. It's making my mouth water. now we are going to just dump some marshmallows in there. I'm gonna add in 1 can of mandarin oranges. I did drain it. It's not tuna, see? Yeah, I told you. All right, now it's done. Now I say it's time to try these. All right, we have completed all 3 of these Jell-O salads. Now it's time to taste them and see if we made them just like I remember them. All right, this one's like probably, I would say, probably my first or second favorite. Tastes just like how Mom made it. Ooh, it's good. Reminds me of Christmas. Right, let's try this one. This one, oh, I love when Mom makes this one. I could eat my way in this stuff. Let's see if it tastes as good as she makes it though. Man, that takes me back. Very good. I've never been a big fan of this one. I remember it tasting good last time I had it, but let's see. Nope. Oh, there is something about the texture with this one I can't get over. I do not like this one. Do not like it. If you like the texture of like cottage cheese and desserts, there's no cottage cheese in this, but it has that texture. It's weird. I don't like this one. This one's very good. This one's very good. Remember, all recipes are linked down below, but I think we need to get Eric in here to try these.
That's good. That's very, very good.
Guess what? It's raspberry.
I don't taste any raspberry in that. There's marshmallows in that. That's good. I wasn't expecting that. Is there bits of lime in this?
Pineapple. Everybody, thank you so much for watching another episode on Kristie vs. Kitchen. Make sure to like the video if you liked it, and if you want to see any more Mormon desserts or creations from my childhood, you gotta let me know down in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time. Cheers!